Pisces, hello Pisces, and welcome to your reading. I am doing readings in honor of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces that we have coming up exact on April 12th and running through, I'm saying, about May 11th. So I am doing readings in honor of that conjunction, which has to do with philosophical meaning of life and your spiritual connection. So that's the focus of this reading. If you are interested in reading more about that transit, that conjunction, there's a blog post on my website that you can check out, as well as the featured reading this month is for the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, or Jupiter and Neptune in your natal chart. So check that out as well. All right, so I am reading from the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck and the Sufi Wisdom Oracle cards for Pisces. The 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. And as the advice card, the High Priestess, and bottom of the deck, the 6 of Cups. Lots of cups, lots of feels for you, Pisces. Good feels, looks like good feels. Okay, and the Oracle cards, we have Heart of the Matter, align life's pathways through your heart, and transformation, let love transform you forever. Okay, Pisces, so all the cups, all the feels, all the good feels. If you don't fall in love this next month, I don't know, maybe you already are in love, but there is a lot of love happening coming through on this reading. You know, this is a reading about meaning and spirituality, so it could very much just be your realigning with your capacity for deep empathy and compassion that really feels authentic to you as a Pisces. And you know, it can be overwhelming sometimes, the Piscean empathy, feeling everything for the world. But this really feels like finding a good place with that, finding a place with your compassion for humanity and your connection to humanity and the people around you that feels open and loving and connective. You know, it could be on an individual level as well with one-on-one people in your life, if there's a new romance budding or something like that. But since this is really focused on spirituality and meaning, I feel like it's more about generally feeling in love with the world, I guess. Really aligning with, to the extent that, you know, spirituality is often associated with love, or spirit is associated with love. And to the extent that you hold that association, this is really aligning with that greater capacity to love, big universal love, which of course is what Pisces is all about. And so let's start down here with the bottom row, the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So it's interesting, I think of the 2 of Cups as new love, when you're just meeting someone and you're curious about them and you're learning about them and they're learning about you. It's really this kind of like intrigue, a lot of energy about finding out who the other person is, and letting yourself be discovered as well. So this is I think kind of an immature new love. And we've also got the 10 of Cups, which is the mature love. So this is where the people have met and have developed a relationship. They've gone through a few things together. They've built things together. There's a real sense of longevity because you've been through stuff together. You've shown up for each other over and over again. Whereas the 2, you're still discovering who that person is and whether or not they're going to show up and you're going to show up and that sort of thing. So this runs the whole spectrum of love, from new love to mature love. and everything that is in between that, but really about our emotional connection to people from a one-on-one basis, and how that grows and develops to, I think, a universal connection with the principle of love as well. And then the Nine of Cups right here in the middle, again, this is the happiness, this is the contentment card, this is the, those periods of time when you really are in love with the world and everything feels okay and you don't feel like you lack for anything. You're emotionally fine. So these cards here are just speaking to this overflowing sense of love and connection that may be what's in store for you in this coming conjunction, which is Jupiter and Neptune in your sign of Pisces. So this all looks really great and really lovely. And then moving up here to the High Priestess, I am seeing this wanting to take this to the next level of, like I said, universal love, spiritual love. That's what I mean to say, spiritual love with the High Priestess here. So all this love, emotion, connection, loveliness, on a very individual basis down below with the people that you know, the people in your life, the actual relationships. The High Priestess up here in the advice position is really saying, take that to the next level. Take that to a spiritual love. Expand that to all of humanity, all of creation. Really let love be your spiritual anchor, your spiritual guidance. What taps you in to the great beyond. That love is really the theme for you through this transit, I think, Pisces. And the High Priestess is saying this is a spiritual kind of love, not just a one-on-one love, although that also seems to be included here. And it's almost like that spiritual love filters through and expresses throughout all your relationships. So you tap into it from a spiritual level and that bleeds through, and it becomes how you are in relationship. But it starts from this bigger universal spiritual connection with the principle of love. And the heart of the matter, as the oracle card here, align life's pathways through the heart. Again, this is all heart for you this month, Pisces. This is really feeling like really, like I said at the beginning of the reading, sometimes that Piscean empathy and compassion can be overwhelming and too much, when that means you also are connected to the suffering of the world. But I really see this whole month as expanding, being able to hold the full spectrum of human experience and hold it from this larger cup of love. So really making sure you're staying aligned with your heart and your capacity to feel is really what's going to help keep you in touch with that principle, I think. Now, the Six of Cups over here as the bottom of the deck. The Six of Cups is often about going back to your past, nostalgia, but I'm seeing it here because of all the other cards, just this full acceptance of everything as it is, this childlike acceptance of the world and what it has to offer. It's almost like, I see these two kids playing here, it's almost like expecting the world to be beautiful and to engage with the world as though it has many beautiful offerings, playing with it, experiencing it in a childlike sort of way without all the heaviness or the adult perspective of all the hard things about life. Just letting yourself really enjoy this simple connection between people, between friends, and live in that space is what I'm pulling out from the Six of Cups here. And as the bottom of the deck for the Oracle, transformation. Let love transform you forever. Again, this is about love. I mean, how much more clear could you be in this reading? This is about love for you, Pisces. And all the different ways that shows up, from how, holding all your experiences in love, holding your current relationships in love, your spiritual connection, and the principle of love, and just really tapping in and letting that flow through you is just such this beautiful way of being, and letting your commitment to that principle transform you, so that that is the place that you live, that is the place that you operate from, and that is your perspective of the world. That is your meaning of life. We're doing this Jupiter Neptune thing here, right? That is the meaning of life for you. And it really is, you have a tremendous capacity for it. And it just looks like a really beautiful time, as long as you remember to stay aligned with that principle. So there you have it, Pisces. There is your reading for this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. I hope you find it useful, and I look forward to seeing you back next time.